The full moon was out, and we were like, "Ow, ow, 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 ow." That's how we howl.
Shit, homie, it was terrible.
It's not very good howl.
Yeah, mad stroke there.
In fact, our wolf homeboys are like, Jesus, get out of here, man.
Who is that?
They be hating. But nonetheless, we be prowling. And this time, we were prowling for some movies and music. Let's see what we picked up, man. First of all, you did me dirty by picking up this one before. But then I found one, bitch. Dollar store pickup. Hobo with Shotgun. We haven't seen this. This is our 50 millionth edition.
12 copies of it.
It probably sucks, but it was $1. It's a little exploitation movie. Worth a shot, right? Bam. And I picked up this bad boy, man, at a Goodwill. This is one of my favorite movies from Denzel, from Robert Zemeckis. We got Flight, where Dan's is straight up playing a drunkard. Dope-ass movie. It's great because John Goodman is like the best thing in it. And he's only in it for like 1 second. And you'd think that would be a bad thing. But sometimes less is better. Advice we don't take here.
Nah, homie.
Straight up pumping out feces 24/7.
Way too much turds.
Speaking of feces, I would totally eat Tina Fey's.
God, dude, eat.
Come on, boy. If she offered you a dish of her feces and was like, "This is what you have to do to get in these loons, pantaloons to be precise," you'd have to nosh on some feces. I mean,
feel
it's just
like
a given.
No, I feel like if it's in a bowl, no. If it's straight out the culo, then maybe.
I feel like straight out the ass is like it's destined to be grosser, man. It's all warm and
No,
shit.
you may let it go cold. That's gross.
It's feces. It's gonna be gross.
Yeah, but at least straight out.
Okay, we've gone too far down the feces hole.
Straight out the ass. At least you got ass in play.
That's true. The point is, I wouldn't eat her feces, but I would eat Paul Rudd's. Yes.
Feces?
Feces is what I call them now. My thesis was on feces. Admission, I haven't seen this movie, but it was 25 cents, and it has Tina Fey in it, and the immortal Paul Rudd, so, you know, gotta pick that up. Shouldn't have picked this up, though, Dead Mine. Some sort of Asian action, slightly horror thing. You know, people that were involved in the raid were also involved in this. Not the important ones, but some of them.
The guy in the background.
So I was like, yeah, I guess I'll pick it up. It's a $1. It's probably gonna suck.
Yeah.
Speaking of sucking, clearly I want to get sucked by Magic Mike.
Damn, homie, you want to get sucked by him?
Oh man, I remember when I was locked up, the guys in prison were watching this, and they were all trying their hardest not to seem gay. And I was like, dudes, you're watching Magic Mike.
Yeah, come on.
At one point, you lost all legit threat. Anyway, it's a pretty good movie, actually, surprisingly.
Needs more dong.
Needs more dong, yeah. Unfortunately, all the dong that's not in Magic Mike is New Year's Eve. Admittedly, not a movie that I wanted to get, but I had to get it to get the movies for 25 cents, as it turns out. But, you know, I've not seen this movie. It's from Gary Marshall, which played a great devil in Hocus Pocus, but, you know, directed pretty much a mushy fucking rom-coms all his life. So that's a thing. Anyway, the thing I got. I did get this for you because I thought you didn't have it.
Yeah.
Death of Superman graphic novel, plus it has the
hit film.
The film in here. But it turns out you had it, so like a fool, I was like, bad egg. But, well, I guess the plus side is I don't have it.
Yeah.
So I guess I get to keep that. Keep that, they say.
Turns out one of the few Superman stories you like is the one when he dies.
Yeah, and even then, you know, I mean, I don't really care for Superman still. Anyway, here's something I shouldn't care about, but I, for some reason do. Tomb Raider. This is the new version, which is more akin to the, what was it? The recent game? Whatever. I guess it was just called Tomb Raider.
Yeah,
right?
the remakes.
Did it have another name, a subtitle?
No, not the first
just
one.
Tomb Raider. Anyway, that one, which oddly enough grew on me. Not that I hated it the first time, but I was like, it kind of grew on me. But so I got that because it was insanely cheap. Not because of insane quality, just because it was insanely cheap. This, though, is a quality grab, and that's the 2-disc Mist Blu-ray, The Mist. And, you know, I love this. It was cheap because it's one of those where they cut out the UPC because, you know, they were reselling it. But, I mean, fuck, I just want the movie, baby. Has the black and white version, which is the reason to get the 2-disc. Although Michael Keller will be like, dude, just turn the colors off.
What do you say? Nah, homie.
To that I say, boom. Magic Mike just turned the colors off on himself, and then Pex is still glistening.
Dude, them shits is like mad great.
Magic Mike XXL, aka the sequel. Haven't seen this one, but you insisted on getting it for me.
Homie. I was like, do you want it? Because it was $3. And you're like, nah, man. And then you said something, and I was like, you sure it's got whoever? Well, what the hell did I say? I said something about
I don't know what
it having Channing or something, penis or something. You're like, hell yeah.
I did not.
You instantly turned the second I said anything about it. You're like, hell, clearly you wanted Magic, dude.
It's clear, dude. I wanted it.
It was a bad hide. It was a bad poker face.
Man. Speaking of poker faces, this guy has none, but he's great. That's man. Bruce Campbell. Briscoe County Jr. Adventures of Briscoe County Jr. This was a fucking show that premiered on Fox on a Friday slot, which was the death slot. Right, I think it was before or after X-Files. So it died and the X-Files went on to insane fame. But this is a crazy little fucking show. It's really fun. So there's the complete series as it stands. And it was mega cheap, man. These usually go for a lot online. So that's cool. And this was, as I did with Death of Superman, you did with this.
Mad foolish.
You were like, I want to buy this because I don't have it. And then you did have it. And so I ended up reaping the reward, I guess.
Yep. So
that's pretty cool. Oh, it's a Wonder Woman Bloodlines.
Mad cheap, at least.
And this remind me to give you my copy. I have Cloverfield 1, but I don't have 2. And this was cheap, so I got this. So I'll give you my copy of 1. Boom, Cloverfield. And Cloverfield... 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Johnny Goods.
The Johnny Goodman train continues. He's so great, man.
I would hang.
I love John Goodman.
He's really thin now. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it is alarming and yet kind of awesome. Speaking of awesome, here we got David Fincher movie that's surprisingly not on Blu-ray. Panic Room. Pretty great. Jodie Foster. My boy Forrest Whitaker. My boy Dwight Yoakam.
Dwight Dick.
This is a pretty fucking awesome movie. It's also a movie that a lot of people forget that Kristen Stewart is in.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, she's Jodie Foster's daughter in it.
Weird.
But it's an awesome movie, man. I love this movie. It's pretty great. So that was a cool find. It's a DVD, of course, and it was used, but it was in, like, pristine condition. Speaking of DVDs, boom, Brucey Campbell back in the mix. Jack of all trades. This was one of those... a series produced by his friends Sam Raimi and Rob Tapert, you know, guys that did Xena and Hercules and all that shit. And it has that same type of, like, humor, that nonsense approach to history and all that jazz. And, of course, Bruce Campbell. And crappy pirates. So, you know, oh, and the Mini-Me as Napoleon.
Oh, man,
Mini-Me as Napoleon?
Did he eat a sub?
He mad ate a sub, dude. Unfortunately, it was a submarine.
Good one, guy.
Super choked on it and died.
That's what it killed him?
Yeah.
20-some years later.
Speaking of 20-some, here's 22 Jump Street.
Oh, dude.
Channing?
I gotta say, your Channing love
I'm a Channite?
Is alarming.
Unfortunately, I don't have the first one, but this one was balls cheap.
Yeah.
$1,
and you
so
like
I had to get
balls deep into Channing.
Apparently. I would go balls deep into Emily Blunt, though.
No, homie.
But this is the 5-year engagement, which is pretty fucking hilarious. Has your boy Chris Pratt in it too, so that'll satisfy your anus. Jason Segel wrote and starred in this, so that's cool.
Did you hear that everybody hates Chris Pratt now?
Yeah, that's ridiculous, man.
Damn, huh?
Literally one of the most lovable guys out
Literally,
there.
he's a saint.
Minted saint.
Yes.
Speaking of saints, these ain'ts, killer clowns.
God damn it, I hate that.
You got this for me. It was $1, and you know what? I rewatched it. I kind of, you and I both had a hate relationship with this movie. Yeah. We acknowledged that it's a cult classic, but we were like, that movie sucks.
Thank you.
But then I rewatched it, and it's hella fun, man. You know, it's a B movie, and it revels in that, 50s era B movie feel. And it's as an effects reel, which was what it was intended for. That also is very impressive. It's just fun, Clowns, eh? So that's cool, man. Speaking of dollar buys, Road Warrior, boy. Yeah, you can't go wrong with Mad Max. Lord Humongous. Greatest name ever.
It is pretty good.
And most adequately, if we were lords, that would be our name too.
Damn, homie.
Not for any cool reasons, though.
No, just because we're mad fat.
Speaking of not being cool, Face Off.
You bought Face Off,
dude. I mean, it was $1, bro. How can you pass up on that? Face Off sucks so hard, but it's one of those like, what the fuck? They made that movie, and people liked it. I gotta admit, I kind of like it too, even though it clearly sucks. This doesn't suck though, and it's my boy Johnny Constantine. Constantine, the series that was on NBC, so it was destined to fucking fail because NBC sucks. Great series. Easily the best guy to play Constantine. Not only looks like him, but is him. And this was just great, man. I can't blow this enough. Literally want to give it fellatio.
I gotta give you a quick update on the note of fellatio and say that my mouth smells really bad right now.
Brush that shit, homie.
It's killing me, guy.
Damn.
Breathing in this...
Breathing ass fumes from your mouth?
This rancid air.
Speaking of rancid... nope. Speaking of potentially rancid...
Yeah.
A Christmas Carol. I haven't seen this, but it's a Zemeckis movie. And with his unholy alliance with disturbing CGI motion capture.
Gruesome.
It's the Jim Carrey version of the Christmas Carol. I'm interested to see this. Apparently, it was kind of like a 50-50 positive, negative reception on this one. And the ones that were inclined to say negative, they thought it was too dark, which sounds right up my alley, to be honest with you. So I'm interested to see where that goes, man. And it was, a hella cheap, so got that. This was a buy from a friend that I forgot to mention last time, and that's Ready Player One. We both kind of enjoyed the shit out of this movie. Even though I thought that it paled in comparison to the book, it's still a fucking badass, cool, fun movie, man.
Yep, plus it got a mad ball.
I do hate the guy that plays, what's his fucking name?
Well, you hate his face.
Yeah, I hate his face, dude. He's fucking gross face. Ty Sheridan. Beowulf. Another Zemeckis. Yeah. Man, we're on a Zemeckis roll here.
What is that, dude? Man, my breath. That's bad.
Beowulf was Zemeckis' second endeavor into this motion capture CGI thing. Yeah, that's my favorite part of speaking. Not speaking well.
It's pretty good.
Starring Ray Winstone, which is amazing, of course, and there was John Malkovich and Crispin Glover as Grendel, Angelina Jolie as his mother. Nowadays, it just looks like a really good video game cutscene from like 5 years ago. But back in the day, it was pretty impressive, and it's just a cool movie. Yeah. And I'm a Beowulf guy unless it comes to actually reading the epic poem, which I hate.
Apparently.
Look for that video.
How does that work?
I don't know, man, but that poem
sucks your ass.
This is a movie that you hated, apparently.
What's your obsession with saying I hated it?
No, he didn't hate it, but look for that review where he hates it. This is Gravy, a fucking gem that I discovered and I can't stop watching. It's just a clever Halloween movie, by the way. So next Halloween, pick that up and see it. Also a cannibal movie, so that's a thing. It feels almost like a It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia episode went through a weird horror grinder. So that's cool. Thought that would have been a recipe for you loving it. And yet, at the end of the day, you were fucking murking yourself.
What's that?
Speaking of murking, mothers, sons do murk. Lots of fools in this movie. Mother's Day.
It's terrible, dude.
This is the remake of the Charlie Kaufman movie, and it's pretty fucking great. It's from the guy that directed Saw 2 through 4 and Repo the Genetic Opera and shit like that. Pretty fucking awesome remake, if you really want to call it that. Then, an undisputed classic. Here's this guy. Here is 2001, A Space Odyssey, the restored edition. Boom.
Homie doing a mean freaking Michael Jackson move on the cover.
Yeah. Mad monkeys getting angry and stuff.
Hell yeah.
This is just, what a visual masterpiece alone. Much more, one to ponder over the many implications of. And in that vein, here is a movie that has easily entered my pantheon of horror flicks. It's a very unique look into the descent, into the psychosis of a woman. Eyes of My Mother. This is one hell of a fucking great flick, man. I loved it. Black and white, beautiful. Just one of those like art horror greats that I was glad to discover. And speaking of art horror, I don't usually do this, especially nowadays with like not much to my name monetarily, but this is one of my favorite horror movies and just in general movies, The Witch. And I saw this cheap ass steelbook And I had to get it because it's just cool little
Wow,
collectible.
that's throwing off the color mad.
Is it?
Yep. Well, don't do it more. Bad enough for videos that look like ass.
Of course, those labels on it are just
Labels?
yeah,
Stickers?
It's a thing you can
Kiwi
take
boys?
off.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it doesn't have the Rotten Tomatoes label on there. But anyway, so there's that. And finally, was a find of Scream Factory's The Fly collection. That was at Walmart, surprisingly. And for $40 less than that actually cost. So
Yep, mad cheap.
had to snatch that up, boy. Finally get The Fly 2 on disc, which apparently nobody wants to release.
Hey,
So yeah, of course we got the Cronenberg Fly, which is one of the best remakes of all time. We got The Fly 2, which is a wildly violent and gross sequel, although inferior, of course, to the original Fly. And then we got the original Fly series. Fly 1, Return of the Fly, and this one that nobody likes to talk about,
Yep.
Curse of the Fly. Whoop, stinky. Anyway, that's a win right there in my book. So that's pretty cool, man.
What is it, Lord of the Flies?
Yeah. Totally gonna ignore that beyond the yeah. What do you got, man? I hear you got some stuff.
I got some box boys.
Oh, Box?
Yeah, box boys.
He's a pretty cool guy, Box.
I got a movie I've never seen, but was brand new at the Goodwill for $1.
Always a good reason to get it.
It's The Help with your girl, Emma Clone,
Yeah.
and also your other girl. What's your name?
Octavia Spencer.
Octavia.
Love me some Octavia. Viola Davis is in, she's also cool, of
The
course.
VD.
The VD, the
Yeah.
venereal disease, they call her.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people are trying to, like, retcon the importance, or not the importance, but the love this movie got. Because, like, some people express regret at the whole, quote-unquote, I'll say that, quote-unquote, implication of the white savior syndrome. But I think that's not even the case here. You just got to see it. It's just a good movie. It's a feel-good movie on top of that. And, it's pretty awesome. Plus, it's got Emma Clone.
Emma Clone's feet.
She is the main character, but she's your view into this world, damn it.
But she got good feet, though.
Oh, she's got great feet.
I also got...
Also, you get a fucking shit pie in it. I mean, come on, guy.
That is a reason to watch it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not even going to lie. I got this for $1 at the Goodwill.
Yeah, man, this is
Blu-ray, but I don't really care.
This is a horror comedy that thankfully is finally getting the recognition it deserves. It's also a movie that I felt always should have been directed by Tim Burton, but I'm glad that Joe Dante directed it because, he's awesome too. I'm just saying, like, it feels like at some point somebody said, let's get Tim Burton for this, but then they didn't.
Yeah.
But this is awesome. Love the Burbs.
I got People Under the Stairs for $1.
People Under the Stairs, which you loved when I showed you.
I did.
Now you hate.
No, I like it.
Damn, homie, that sounds very non-committal. You're like, it's alright.
I feel like I already showed these, huh? Right here.
Yes.
Okay, skip those then.
By the way, People Under Stairs is going to be remade by Jordan Peele, which is very adequate. Some people are mad about that. Me, including our boy, Senor Superburgo.
Yeah, what is that?
I'm excited for that. That's right up his alley.
Literally
So,
a black horror.
Yeah, horror.
Well, also a white people be crazy horror.
Yeah, true.
I got this for $1 unopened at the Goodwill. Metallica.
The new Metallica album.
They had
Metal Licka.
They had 2 of them, and I totally didn't get you one.
Yeah, thanks, boy.
And then damn, is that it? My last 3, I guess.
Don't forget your boy over here, which is coming up.
I got well, let's go with this one first. I got a Batman Ninja, a very divisive movie that people either like or hate so much that they'll kill themselves instead of watching it again. So that's gonna be interesting.
I'm interested to see it, at least visually.
This was kind of a commission thing. Like they actually had a Japanese animation studio.
Oh yeah,
people work on it.
Did not know that.
Kong
Skull Island, which I could have sworn you had gotten already.
I thought I did too, but I didn't.
That's good.
So I got Kong
Skull Island, which initially you hated.
I didn't hate.
But then you rewatch and you're like, boy, why did I hate?
I didn't hate. I just didn't love. And then I rewatched it and I was like, yep, it's pretty rad.
Straight
I
hate.
like monkeys.
Here you go.
Uh,
And here's a film that
so
you're not really known for your political
definitely
anything.
no. But for some reason, I wanted to watch Frost Nixon, and I missed my chance to get it last time, and it's been killing me for a month.
Pretty
But
cool.
I finally saw it again, and when I got you that Magic Mike, and clearly you were foaming at the mouth for Magic Mike, and that wasn't foam, that was straight semen. I got my Frost Nixon.
Foaming at the dong.
Oh, homie, gross.
Yeah, Frost Nixon, great movie, man. Plus, it's got Kevin Bacon in it, so you can continue playing 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. So that's cool.
Does he got his weenie out?
Surprisingly, no Kevin Bacon wiener, which
Come on,
he
man.
seems intent on showing everyone.
What is it?
So that's pretty cool. And then finally, you got Number of the Beast, Iron Maiden's album.
So I already have this in CD form, but it was mad cheap at Walmart, and I would like to start getting the albums at some point. So I bit that bullet.
Never forget this corny ass art in the back.
Corny ass art in the back, cool ass art in the front.
So yeah, classic metal album, which people often misconstrue the meanings of their songs.
Yeah.
You know, so that's interesting. But anyway, pretty rad, man. There you go.
Almost perfect, except it has one song that kind of blows.
That's kind of the review of my sex life. But anyway, that's all we got. That's all she wrote.
Doesn't even make sense, guy.
Doesn't it though?
No.
Fucking
No
don't.
one has ever called you almost perfect.
Except one of them blows.
Your penis is what blows?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Anyway.
Yeah, man, that's it. I did forget to show something in our toy haul, but I'm not gonna show it here. So that's the thing. Yeah, it's this boy right here. But I'll just save it for the next toy haul. But anyway, let us know what you think about this nonsense. In the meantime, hit like, share, subscribe, and those notification buttons.